I was saying, I'm telling you, it's really easy. All you gotta do is like look down your elbow, and it's like you can dance it to anything. What's going on? Friday Night Football is back. Friday Night Football number 46. Presented by us. So stupid.
This guy, man.
I would like to apologize to Rocket Mortgage and Grubhub for that. Big shout out to Rocket Mortgage, who's been a supporter of esports and for Friday Night Football this entire last couple of Friday Night Footballs. They've been absolutely phenomenal. Guys, make sure you reach out to Rocket Mortgage the next time you're thinking about purchasing a home, refinancing a home, anything like that. Their team of home loan experts will make it that much easier. And I'll admit it, a little fun for a process that is typically done very arduously and very tedious. They make it a lot more fun. So big shout out to Rocket Mortgage. Rocket Mortgage, push button, get mortgage, NLS ID number 3030. We're headed around number 3, Zan. Let's take a look at the updated bracket so you guys know where we stand. And, well, on the top side, we got Crush taking on Canes. That's going to be the game you're going to be watching here, our Rocket Mortgage Blitz Cash game. And for Crush, he's had himself quite a path, gone through Serious Mo, gone through Stevie J, both one-score games, and now he gets to take on Canes, who's having yet another impressive run through the tournament.
Crush is a player that we last saw in Muthead competition at the Summer Series finale all the way out in Frisco, Texas, when the game first dropped. After that tournament, he kind of pulled myself, Rockets aside, and said, hey, guys, I'm not going to play an FNF for the first couple months because I want to focus on salary cap and just kind of focus on that MCS grind. That's something we totally respect for a number of players that wish to do so. But as soon as the club series was over, he said, hey, I'm ready to get back in it. And he's proving right now that he deserves to be here and stay here with his final 8. Again, $1,000 if he can take down Canes. If Canes wins, he'll just move one step closer to collecting his own Blitz Cash bounty. On the lower half of that bracket, you got Carry Q taking on Franchise GG. That's a game that could be kind of sloppy, ugly. I think that both players, you got Carey, who's kind of that deuce close. Then you got Franchise, who's more of a defensive player who'll run the ball. That should be a really fast-paced game, and the clock should move pretty quickly because they'll keep it on the ground. My guess is in these two games, you're probably going to see Canes move on. And if I were betting me, I'd say Franchise will continue the run that he's had over the last month.
How about Carey Q, by the way? He's put up 65 points so far in the tournament as we take a look at the bottom side of the bracket. Remember, all 8 of these players have qualified for Friday Night Football number 47 coming up in 2 weeks' time on the 10th of January. You got Beast Mode Mac and Wesley, and then Ghost and Banks IQ. That's a power 4. Banks IQ, known as a squads guy, but made a nice run in the club championships. A lot of people becoming fans of his. And then, we all know about Ghost, Madden 18 club champion, and then Wesley and Beast Mode Mac. That's a great matchup for two guys who are looking for a little bit of redemption.
Yeah, Beast Mode Mac did not show well at the Club Series Championship. He kind of used that nasty streak to win the Rams Club Series, and then it got swept out from underneath of him. Did not do well. Wesley didn't make the Club Series Championship. Again, we talked about Mills winning the Houston Texans, but those are players that you expect to be dominating names in Madden every single year. That's going to be a great matchup. That goes in Banks IQ matchup. Both those players in the Redskins Club Series. So, I got a little Redskins rivalry going on in the bottom half.
All right, we're going to get to our first game here of round number 3, and it is our Rocket Mortgage Blitz Cash game. Canes taking on Crush. And how about Crush already up 7-0 and doing it with the Chicago Bears just to look at Canes and give them a little extra motivation?
Yeah, you got to love seeing those Bears on the field, man. I like seeing the sea monsters of the Midway. Of course, we are playing salary cap, and that's not looking like the Bears defense right there.
I thought it was swatted or picked, but it's not. It's to the house. Tyreek Hill one time.
At Rocket Mortgage, we get that a home is more than a house. It's your escape, your fortress, your arena. So we'll be here when you need us, handling house so you can do home. Rocket Mortgage, official mortgage lender of esports.
My, oh my, fireworks to kick off this round 3 matchup. We are all tied up off the deep bomb to Tyreek Hill.
We talked about earlier how if you have a Tillman back there against this bunch on some of those one-play bombs, he's got the recovery speed to get back there and make that play. And I actually named Apke, and I said, an Apke might not be able to make that play, and that's exactly the matchup we saw right there. Is Tyreek Hill able to just grab that ball? The outstretched hands of Troy Apke, not enough right there. 7-7 ball game.
Now Crush back on offense. Little momentum for Canes. Mahomes escapes the sack and is able to throw this one away. What a play to avoid a big loss on first down Guys, we do have more giveaways to get to. We got more of those Grubhub gift card giveaways. The NFL 100s, I know everyone has seen them. We have seen them. You've all told us about them many times. Yes, once we have the official assets, we'll throw them up there because we know you guys want to see the stats and all that. So we can't throw them up until we have the official assets from EA. And once we have those, we'll be able to start giving them away. We got 4 of those to give away during the stream. So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us in the chat.
Yep, hang in there with us, guys. I am just as eager to see the stats on these cards as you guys. I think we all kind of know who the quarterbacks are. You guys can see that there are solo challenges available in MUT right now. But once we actually get the 3x3 with the statistics on those cards, we'll have them ready for you guys to see. Some pretty solid pocket quarterbacks in this NFL 100. And again, it's going to come all the way down to what abilities you can put on them.
Oh, Mahomes escaping Griffin. He's going to throw this one away. How about we give away another $25 in free grub from our friends over at Grubhub. Been such a great supporter of Friday Night Football all year long. Remember, how do you enter? You just got to put the word Grubhub in the chat. One word, no spaces, and you'll be entered to win $25 in free grub from our friends over at Grubhub.
2nd down and 10 coming up right here for Crush. He's going to be in the bunch. This is a bunch versus bunch matchup here with these two players. So, it's such a far cry from what we saw back in August, the 30 carries for 275 yards. Now we're back into bunch versus bunch as these receivers got better, a lot more speed, a lot more throw power. And obviously, as people learn run defense, you always find your way back to your comfort zone. For many of these players, it is this bunch offense.
3rd down and 10, shotgun formation for Mahomes. Bunch to the right side as he drops back. Quick throw over the middle, finding Devin Hester. Boys, Dan, are you just like all sorts of happy to see Devin Hester in a Bears uniform in this game?
Yeah, I really like that human joystick. I like using it. I really hate facing it, especially when people throw him in the wildcat formation and then they just run him wild like a gadget player. He doesn't have the best receiving stats in the game, but speed is the most important factor in salary cap. You got to get that speed on the field, especially against budget corners, because that the mid-80s route running stats he has should play okay in this mode.
Loaded Boss Hog says, this is awesome. So glad you're enjoying it, man. 1st and 10, Mahomes, quick throw over the middle to Randy Moss. He'll get near a 1st down. Give him 8 on the play. Again, once we have those NFL 100 assets, we'll throw them up, and we will also start giving them away. We got 4 of those to give away here on the stream, 1 to give away afterwards on Twitter, which we will do and give you more information about later in the stream.
I'm keeping an eye on that EA Sports MUD account to see if they drop the stats on these cards. I'm so eager, just like the rest of you in the chat. So when we get those, we'll be popping them up on the screen. And again, guys, we will be giving those away tonight as well.
2nd down and 2. Shotgun formation for Crush on his 2nd drive of the game after scoring on the first one to go up 7-0. Canes came right back with a deep ball to Tyreek Hill. Yes, I know they're already in the game. But I can't show you my game though. We're showing this one. So yeah. We just need the actual asset. 2nd and 2. Shotgun formation. Devin Hester on the edge of that bunch, now split out wide right. As Mahomes drops back, screamer off the edge, escaping the pocket, trying to find somebody. He finds Torrey Holt over the middle, who takes a big hit at the 3-yard line and holds on.
And I think we just saw our first playmaker ability wide receiver play in Friday Night Football this year, using that ability to get that precision playmaker, flicking that right stick. Torrey Holt has that equipped, goes straight upfield against that zone coverage. A lot of players aren't used to defending that yet. Once they get to see it a little bit more, we'll see guys kind of change how they use her a little differently, but I anticipate we'll see that work for quite a while.
And you're going to see that work quite a while, as that's Randy Moss taking the carry and punching it into the end zone. Crush retaking the lead as the kick is up and good. 14-7. Congratulations, Mad King 82. You got yourself $25 and some free grub from Grubhub. Check your whispers from our man Rockets running things behind the scenes.
Yes, again, congratulations, and thank you to our amazing sponsors every single week on Friday Night Football, helping making this possible. Again, guys, if you enjoy Friday Night Football, make sure you guys support the sponsors. Anybody who's supporting competitive Madden, Rocket Mortgage, Grubhub, that's such a big thing, and this is just the beginning of what Friday Night Football can be. So, make sure you guys let them know, even if you're not in the market for a new home. Reach out to Rocket Mortgage and tell them that you appreciate them, help push competitive Madden forward here on Muthead TV.
Mahomes on 1st and 10 in the pocket, waiting, looking, just nobody open downfield. He's going to have to try to get outside the pocket. Playmaker up the field. That's Randy Moss with the catch. Looks like he was shot out of a cannon. Makes the catch at the 44-yard line.
Real good patience right there. 3 routes on the field. It was verticals. He had the wheel route, a backside drag, and then the vertical, but nothing open. So again, uses that escape artist, breaks the pocket, uses that playmaker, and finds Moss for a first down.
Mahomes on 1st and 10 outside the pocket. He's going to take a shot, trying to challenge prime time. It usually doesn't work out, but it does when he got 84 in purple and gold. Touchdown for Canes.
That's why they call it Moss. That's not the ability there, but that is the man who made that ability possible in Madden. Randy Moss one-on-one. We've seen Dion come up with some great interceptions tonight in this tournament, but nothing doing right there as Randy Moss ties this ball game up.
Wasn't really listen, he didn't have Mossed, but he did just Moss. That's the weird part about these abilities. You go, he just mossed him, but not the actual mossing.
Right, not that mossed ability. That's just doing what his name becomes synonymous with. One-on-one, chuck it to number 84.
Just throw it up to him. 14-all here in our Rocket Mortgage Blitz Cash game. Mahomes outside of the pocket. He's looking for the crosser. Great user by Canes, getting back there with Troy Apke. He must have heard you talk trash about him and said, watch me make plays.
That was a really good play right there. Great user play, running that wide receiver post. He's got a shallow drag. And actually, you're going to see Canes go and run it right back at Crush right here, ironically. We'll see if Rush has as good a user as Canes did on that play. He's going to check out of it, it looks like. But yeah, the levels with that crosser and that drag underneath, just great bait by Canes.
And now he's going to challenge Dion one more time. That one with Torrey Holt is a pretty good receiver in his own realm, but that time, prime time, able to make a play.
This is getting kind of reckless right now, Nick. We saw the aggressive catch right there with Moss and then kind of a questionable read intercepted, and then Canes challenging the user. These guys are starting to kind of open up a little bit. It's kind of getting a little sloppy.
Mahomes on 2nd and 10 outside of the pocket. Oh, you know, he wanted that. He wanted X over the top. Good user to get back there and defend the deep ball. He'll take his 5 and set up a 3rd and 5.
You saw right there, though, he tried to playmaker Tyreek Hill upfield at the last second. Had he not had pressure bearing down on him, he might have had a big gain right down the middle. There was nobody in the middle of the field.
And now on 3rd down, in the pocket, looks underneath, finds Tyreek Hill. Listen, the big plays are nice, but sometimes just taking your 7 yards underneath and getting the 1st down is just as beautiful of a play.
That's what makes a good bunch so hard to deal with. You know, we talk about guys like Skimbo over the years that will flat you to death and then really open up the bombs. That's what makes this offense successful. You can't just go out and chuck it downfield every play. It's taking your short stuff, using your legs to extend the pocket like you see right there. And then all of a sudden you start to see more spies in the middle of the field, you know, heavier blitzes to try to get to the quarterback, hard flat coverages, and that's going to open up all the deeper stuff for you.
Slim Brady, great question. How do you playmaker someone?
Use the right analog stick, and it's going to take the player that is closest to the quarterback, and it's going to send them in the direction that you flick the right analog stick. Now, there's also a playmaker ability, and that's going to give you really precise control over where they go. If you just flick the right analog stick up, a player might kind of run diagonally up. But if you have that playmaker ability, they're going to go straight upfield when you flick the stick up.
Good question. It does do that to the closest receiver, so know that as well. 3rd and inches. Mahomes in the pocket, waiting, looking. He might have a man back at the end zone. You can't give Tyreek Hill that much space, and Canes, just like that, takes the lead.
Really good pocket right there, getting great protection. You might see if Crush switches it up on the next drive and tries to bring a little bit more pressure. The 4-man rush and the contain isn't really getting home, and Canes had several downs on that possession where he had 3, 4, 5 seconds in the pocket to get these guys open.
This is a big drive for Crush, by the way, because Canes is going to get the ball to start the second half. So that turnover, that user lurk with Troy Apke was huge for Canes to take that 7-point lead.
Yeah, so you're going to see right here, this is the most important part of the game is the tail end of that first half, being able to manage the clock, get points on the board, and then try to get the first score of the second half. Those bookend scores are where games are won and lost in competitive Madden.
Moss in motion as Mahomes drops back outside of the pocket.
Got him.
He's going to take a shot. Tillman's underneath, but Devin Hester, too much speed into the end zone for Crush. We got fireworks and points galore.
Devin Hester, you are ridiculous. Right there, Pat Tillman, I mean, that's a guy that you expect to make that play. We talked about Devin Hester not having the elite deep route running, just elite speed, and it plays here in salary cap. It's just different when you play all Madden, and you're going to get that elite production because a lot of guys aren't playing the full-on version of some of these safeties.
Well, if you're hoping for the under to hit in this game, it's already 21 all, and we're not even at halftime here in round 3 action Friday Night Football number 46. Our Rocket Mortgage Blitz Cash game. Kane's still alive, looking to become only the second player ever to defend his Blitz Cash and take it home.
Of course, the last one was Clef the God, who's got 6 Friday Night Football championships. He has been dominant this year. Did not make it into our final 8 tonight, but we're going to definitely see a lot more Clef as the year goes on.
Setting down at 6, the middle of that field parted like the Red Sea, and Kane said, "Thank you very much." Patty Mahomes gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Really curious to see right here if Crush goes to more of a blitz setup. Right there, looks like he's sending 5. But again, look at that pocket that Canes has got with Mahomes all day long as he finds Moss for a first down.
Yes, drops are active. And yes, we did reveal our legends earlier today, right around 8 o'clock. Dave Casper and Charles Tillman are your 2 legend reveals. 21 all here in round number 3. Canes underneath, finding Tyreek Hill. Trying to make Wilson miss, but nice secure tackle from the non-secure tackler.
32 seconds left here in the first half. Ball on the 32. It's a 49-yard kick if he doesn't take a sack. 52-53 is about the range you're looking at in salary cap. Most players do not pay for a kicker.
Looking underneath for Torrey Holt. He's got 2 timeouts, so he's going to try to get everything that he can. SYGU DJ says, y'all, just imagine what Friday Night Football will look like in 3 years, especially after the next gen. This is a dynasty. Crazy.
We appreciate it, man. Again, make sure you guys continue to support the cause that we have here at Muthead. If you guys sub to the channel, it all goes back into the esports program to help continue running these events and put a little bit of extra cash into these players' pockets. These players work hard. MCS, it's very, very tough to make those live stages. So to be able to run, we're at 46 of these now. We've been able to put over $100,000 in these players' pockets over the last 1.5 to 2 years between Muthead League and Friday Night Football and some of the other events that we've done. Not only, I believe we've done a couple squads events. We also did a Muthead Forum community tournament, really trying to give back to the community. Yeah, Summer Series finale was great out in Frisco, Texas. It's only going to get bigger and better, but we definitely need you guys' support in the chat to continue running these.
We appreciate you guys. Even if you're not a sub, you're just tuning in each and every week. That certainly helps us as well. So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us as we'll head to the second half of action. Canes 3-point lead. And now with the ball, this drive crucial if he wants to stay alive here in Friday Night Football.
Big opportunity to go up by 2 possessions. Needs a clean drive. It got a little bit crazy there in the middle of the second quarter. Some sloppy reads on both sides. And there's one right there that's going to be intercepted.
There's a sloppy read right there. Jackson's going to pick that one off. Listen, Randy gets 1 of those, maybe 2, but eventually William Jackson with the pick, and we're going the other way. Huge turnover to start the second half.
Yeah, I'm curious what the read was there. I don't know if he had him on a route and he thought he was not going to break towards the sideline. I'm curious if he had a wrong route on the field right there. That does not look like a read you would expect from Canes, especially the way he's been playing over the last few weeks. Just a really questionable play right there.
Mahomes outside of the pocket. Oh, he's got him. He's got him over the top. Who else but Devin Hester, the burner to the house. Crush retakes the lead.
You're going to have to put somebody on number 23. This cover 3 defense is getting busted really easily. He's using the comeback routes and corner routes on the short side of the field, pulling down that outside third defender into cover 3. And then it's up to the center fielder to run with Devin Hester. And when you're as fast as Hester is, he's going to have that advantage all day long. You add in the fact that you've got Mahomes, one of the stronger armed quarterbacks in the game, an escape artist, dashing dead-eye abilities. That throw's going to be on the money. So you either have to be there with their user or switch up your coverage call.
The Real Grim Nation asks, Zan, how do I become a competitor in Friday Night Football?
If you hit !compete in the chat, that will give you a link to our website on Muthead. That'll take you to a form, an application that you can fill out. Give us your Madden resume. If you're a competitive player that's made it to an MCS live event, obviously that's going to really be in your favor. If you're a streamer that pulls a lot of viewers and you're, you can help with that, and you're a positive player in the community. We've had a number of players over the last few months compete. Guys like TD Barrett have major YouTube influence. They've been able to play. This isn't just for the top of the top competitive players. We do try to give opportunities to players who do well in weekend league, guys who go 25-0, guys that are doing well in ladder play for MCS. We see a guy like It's Joff who played tonight in the tournament. He's a guy that's been in the top 10 of the ladders. He made it to the second round, losing to Franchise GG. We're always looking to get new guys into our Friday Night Football events because this is where some of the names can be made in the community. We've seen guys like D. Croft, who won the Seattle Club Series championship this year. He kind of made his name in Friday Night Football.
You know who also has a name? How about Randy Moss over the top over Troy Apke with the catch? Guys like Skins has also made his name in Friday Night Football, so make sure you do that. By the way, I see guys saying this, and I will address it as we continue to do our services. Serving the community while you yell at us for not serving the community. Is a nice pass to Randy Moss up the seam. How about another touchdown for Canes? A lot of people asking, I can't put my NFL 100s into existing power-ups. Kralo tweeted out 11 minutes ago. They're aware, and they're trying to fix it. Sorry. He didn't say sorry.
Server issues or infrastructure issues over there in Muttland. We'll keep you updated on that. Again, guys, we're not EA. We're here trying to run a tournament every single week, and we try to show the cards and those things as they come into our possession.
My Twitter mentions are a mess. Oh, it's a mess.
Mine are too. Mine are too tonight.
Oh, I'm getting everyone's yelling at me. It's not me, I swear.
Yeah, we are not EA, believe it or not. We're gonna have to find that screenshot of my sign.
We have the assets up, by the way. We would have shown the cards.
Right. Yeah. You would figure.
What's up, Nico? Good to see you, man.
We are just as eager to see it as you guys are. Trust me.
Well, big touchdown for Canes. Why not go back the other way as we have 59 combined points, and Randy Moss goes one way. How about Randy Moss going the other way to the house, scoring galore here in the third round of Friday Night Football number 46. Crush back on top.
Winner of this ball game moves on to our semifinal matchups. I don't think this is going to approach that Strafen Joe Rice, now known as Wesley, matchup from last year, or even that game that I believe was Master and Master and Kiv a couple weeks ago that was like 59-52.
It was our last time we were here. It was 59-52 Master Gamer over Dreeny.
That game was unreal too. So yeah, I mean, a little bit of a slow start for these guys, kind of some sloppy play to in the second quarter and start the third quarter. But now these guys are just settling in and chucking it all over the yard. You saw in that last play, I think he got stuck with an outside quarter zone and press, and Randy Moss on the cross route just got over the top of it.
Well, back to work is Canes offense. Hands it to Tony Pollard. A 5-yard gain, a paltry 5-yard gain. Does he even know how to run an offense?
Yeah, right there. 5-yard gain is a victory on defense right now. The way these guys are playing, so up tempo, just an absolute shootout right now. And I mean, you look at the skill position players. You got Moss, Holt, Hill, obviously Mahomes on the field. You see right now, we're just taken to the point where we're just guarding the one-play touchdown with the user. You see, Limball Joseph has just got no gas in the tank right now.
Trying to run him down. It's like looking like me on the first half of a 100-yard dash. Yes, I said 100, and yes, I got tired early. Leave me alone. Things happen, man.
Yeah, these guys, I don't know what you do. I think you just got to send everybody at this point. Just too much time in the pocket for both of these competitors. This bunch offense against the 1-4-6. There we go. A little contained, gets a block shed. A little Washington sack, his second of the game.
Xana, it's been a while since I've seen that. Was that a stop? Was that a stop?
That was a stop. Well, it's hard to say right now because we don't punt.
Well, he's got fourth down. Yeah, he's got fourth.
We still got another down to go.
That's fair. 4th down and 10 for Canes. Down by 4. Pressure picked up nicely. Oh, he had the crosser. I think
you got it. He didn't. He didn't. He started to slide too early. It's a turnover on downs. We saw Kiv do this just 2 weeks ago. The same exact thing. It's where you start your slide, not where you finish. It's where you begin to give yourself up. He actually had the crossing route. He had the dig route and decided to scramble, and he slid too early. And that is a huge break for Crush, as now he's got opportunity to take control of a ball game that really neither player has had any control over so far.
Thank you to the people answering the same question over and over in chat. Appreciate you guys. Devin Hester right up the seam. Give him a first down. Sometimes you just got to take the pass. Sometimes just easy pitch and catch over the middle.
I was about to say, too, he had such good pocket movement. He actually slid left in the pocket to get a different angle for his running back to pick up the guy block shedding, stepped up nicely, had the dig, and then decided to scramble. And then he slid too early. I mean, it was like a great user play and a terrible user play all in the same play.
First and 10 as Moss comes in motion. Mahomes in the pocket, stepping up. He'll take off. He'll slide down at the 9-yard line. Give him 9 on the play. Give him a second and short.
This is huge right here. I mean, you're talking a 2-possession lead as we enter the fourth quarter. I would not expect Crush to snap the ball here. We should be going 4s up in the chat.
And it is indeed fourth quarter time. 4s up. Boy, we have a great game so far. 35-31. Crush looking to take that $1,000 in Rocket Mortgage Blitz Cash. Canes trying to stay alive. He's had to fight through he had to fight through Joke and Phenom. Crush giving him all sorts of trouble. Second down and 1 out of that far formation, and Randy Moss can take the fullback dive and slide his way forward for 2 yards and a first down.
And now you get to the point where you're up 4. You know you've got a field goal in the bag. Go ahead and start, trickling a little bit of time off the clock. 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there. All of a sudden, if you punch in a touchdown, Canes is down by 2 possessions with, inside 3 minutes to go.
Now on first and goal, why not give it to Randy Moss one more time? He'll lose a yard on the play, though. And now you start looking up at that clock, Zan. It's all about ball control for Crush with the lead.
You see just that, the chew clock feature. You're going to break huddle, and it's going to start at 10 seconds. Audibling into the I-form slot right here, a little stretch looky.
Oh, I thought he was going to get there. Nice follow-up tackle by Dion. Oh, Primetime says he can't tackle. Look at that. That was a beautiful plant.
Correction on that. That was a bubble on the backside of that RPO. But yeah, Dion, he really does tackle well in this game, despite his rating being so low. He makes a lot of tackles you wouldn't expect him to make one-on-one.
Woo! And just like that, now we got decision time. It looks like Crush is going to take the field goal. How about Canes' defense standing tall inside the 10-yard line? 3 runs, 3 stops. Crush will take this all the way down to about the 220 mark, but Canes going to have an opportunity to tie the game up with a quad drive.
Yeah, that's a big stop right there by Canes. Threw the pick on his last drive, slid early on his last drive, and now he's got an opportunity to redeem himself and possibly force OT. Went to that Stevie J near far fullback dive defense that we saw against Skimbo at the Club Series Championship. I think a lot of players are really adding that to their bag of tricks. And why wouldn't you? Because it's out of the 3-4 odd. Pretty much everybody on the competitive scene does run 3-4 odd. So it's really simple to add that to your game.
Well, here we go. 38-31. What does Canes have? I'll tell you this. If you had to ask me to bet if there'd be multiple touchdowns in this last 2 minutes and 18 seconds, I'd take that bet the way this game has gone.
Yeah, I mean, really, he stopped himself on his last drive, and then Crush went into kind of a clock mode. But up until that point, they were just playing so high octane.
Ooh, in trouble. Can't get that one away. How about Shaq Griffin with the sack? We'll go to the 2-minute warning. It's a 1-possession game, but a nice play on first down by Crush's defense. 5 sacks, by the way. 5 sacks for that defense.
Most of them coming via contains and just block sheds, not really just immense pressure from these players, just kind of letting these guys shed and then using these athletes in space to, break on the quarterback as soon as they break the contain.
Monkey Bite, I would never suggest that. Although they did just legalize sports gambling in Michigan. Just legalized it like a week ago. The back foot heave for Randy, and that's picked off by Dion.
It's an arm punt.
Hey, Zan, listen, I'm not a competitive guy. I don't play, hardcore in the competitive community, but I don't think that's the throw you were looking for.
Definitely not, but I guess if you're going to turn it over, you might as well do it with 3 timeouts on the clock. You could try to stop it. And the ironic part is that his punter probably could not have punted it that far. So the arm punt by Mahomes, if you're not going to get points, you might as well throw a pick.
1st and 10 with a 1-score lead for Crush. He can, at this point, Zan, are you just thinking, man, oh man, I got 1K in my pocket right here if I don't mess it up?
Yeah, 17 yards on this is 56. Needs probably another 4 yards to get there, put himself in field goal range. But we've already seen Kane stop this run a couple times. So we'll see if he really sticks with it right here. We saw in last drive, Linval Joseph in the backfield.
There's Randy Moss fighting through tackles to the 35-yard line. First time out taken by Canes.
Moves it up 4 yards, inching ever closer. 52 from here if he doesn't gain another yard.
Only 2 timeouts remaining for Canes. Friday Night Football number 45's champion Moss. First down. That should put this one out of reach. There's the GGs. And just like that, how about Crush? He's got to be pumped because he just put $1,000 in Rocket Mortgage Blitz Cash in his pocket with a hard-fought offensive powerhouse battle with Canes. And he's also on to the Final Four.
Quite the ball game right there between those two competitors, but we're going straight into another one. This is Goes versus Banks IQ. It looks like Banks is trying to drive here and tie this ball game. 23 ticks left. He has 1 timeout, and he's at midfield after that absolute dime to Marvin Harrison.
Does he have a touchdown in him to tie this up? He's got Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. 3 wide set to the left side, 1 to the right side as Roethlisberger drops back to pass on 1st and 10. He's looking for that wheel right up the seam, clicks on, but can't make the play. How about the defense collapsing, making sure there are no easy catches? That's only his 6th passing attempt of the game.
See right here on defense, going to stick with this 1-4-6. And yeah, the Ben Roethlisberger, players use him because of the hot route master, not a mobile quarterback like we've seen Mahomes breaking pocket and slinging it all over the field. This
also
is kind of
not a low pass master.
Definitely not one of the low pass masters in the game. Definitely a budget item when it comes to the quarterbacks in salary cap, but he does give you the ability to put pretty much anybody on any route you want on the field.
I implore everyone, just go to Trello's Twitter. Just go to Trello's Twitter. That will answer many of the questions you have in chat. 3rd down and 10. For Banks, only 14 seconds left. 1 timeout remaining, down by 7. He's looking left side. Oh, Holt makes the catch in front of the defender, but they're not going to call him out of bounds.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He has no idea the clock is running. Oh, no. That is so...
He did.
That is such a terrible break right there for Banks. He just cost himself 2 shots at the end zone, not knowing the clock was running. And why would he? I mean, he rolled out of bounds. I mean, we've got to get to a point where we start spotting the ball correctly on the sidelines. It's costing players money.
Hey. Huh?
I guess point differential. Single Elite, we're playing for point differential, Nick.
Confused.
Did we have a disconnect that I'm unaware of? Did we have a disconnect that I'm unaware of? I need to get word in the chat for my production Discord from Ant Cap because that field goal made no sense to me.
I am stunned.
I'm at a loss for words right now. I have no idea what's going on.
Sweet field goal? Sweet kick, bro.
I don't.
Are we getting...
Oh no! I just got word in the chat. God. Banks just put.
All right, there you go.
Banks just put in the Friday Night Football Discord. I thought I was down by 3. Word I cannot say on Twitch. LMFAO. Fun. Yeah, so he let the clock run willingly right there because he thought he was kicking a game-tying field goal.
He J.R. Smithed it. That's just straight up J.R. Smithing it. So...
Wow.
What you're telling me, Stan, is we just had a historic moment on the last Friday Night Football of 2019.
I don't know what to say. What analysis can I provide on that other than Banks messed up? I mean, what do you say? I'm sitting there like, hey, the clock's running. He knew the clock was running. He just didn't know how many points he was losing by.
You think he kicked that field goal and was like, yeah, Tied it up. Let's go. And then he looks up and he sees his Coach Madden slamming the clipboard. He goes, wait. No. I'm still alive, right? Guys, hello?
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
10 out of 10. God bless Banks. We love you.
Hey,
our final four is set. It's Crush and Carry, Beast Mode, and Ghost. If there's any consolation, Zan, it would have been tough to score.
Yeah, it would have. I mean, but he probably was the timeout that he shouldn't have had to burn to begin with 9 seconds left. And he's got 2 shots at the end zone. In a perfect world, he's got the clock stopped on the 33-yard line. I think that's where he was. And he's got a timeout. He can use his whole field, make himself closer, and we get an actual crack at the end zone. But when you don't know how many points you're down, that's not going to happen.
Somebody go to Twitter and give him a hug, because that's a rough way to go about it. Anyways, we're going to head to a quick break, but when we come back, Final Four action. We will show you each and every game from here on out. So there's plenty of action. We got $1,000 from our Rocket Mortgage prize pool to give away, and we got more giveaways to do. So you're not going to want to miss it. Don't go anywhere.